Ever wondered what lurks in the shadows when the lights go out? What if I told you that the veil between the living and the dead is thinner than you think? Get ready to buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the spine-chilling realm of the supernatural. Number 10. The Axe Murder House. The Villisca Axe Murder House in Iowa, notorious for a 1912 massacre, has a chilling reputation among thrill seekers. Restored and open to the public, visitors paying $428 a night report spine-chilling encounters. Visions of an axe-wielding man and distant cries of children. In 2014, the horror escalated when Robert Lorson Jr. was found stabbed during a paranormal visit, eerily mirroring the 1912 murder's timing. Though he recovered, Lorson remains tight-lipped. Martha Lynn, the owner, disturbed by the incident, maintains the haunted house's accessibility, but it's a far cry from the publicity she desired. Number 9. The Haunted Doll. Haunted dolls take a creepy turn with a Disney Frozen Elsa doll in Houston. Gifted in 2013, it initially sang Let It Go in English. Strangely, after 2 years, it alternated between Spanish and English without any apparent reason or button change. The eerie twist. The doll, in the family for 6 years, began speaking and singing spontaneously, even with its switch-off and untouched batteries. After tossing it out in 2019, the family found it mysteriously back inside, hidden in their living room bench. The kids swore innocence, leaving a lingering sense of spookiness around the seemingly possessed doll. Number 8. A Deadly Exorcism. In a chilling North London incident in August 2016, 26-year-old Kennedy Ife's life took a terrifying turn. Gripped by an unseen force, he bit his father, spoke of a snake inside him, and endured a harrowing exorcism attempt by his family. They resorted to restraining him with cable ties, resorting to prayer for 3 agonizing days. When his brother finally called for help, Kennedy was found lifeless, with over 60 mysterious wounds. The family faced accusations of manslaughter, but shockingly, all 7 members were cleared in 2019 after a jury's intense deliberation. Number 7. Dead Animals in the Walls. In 2015, the Bretsuis family's quest for home insulation in Auburn, Pennsylvania, led to a spine-chilling discovery. Amidst newspapers from the 1930s and 40s, they unearthed a macabre collection of dead animal carcasses linked to a dark ritual from Pennsylvania Dutch culture. Powwow, a mystical practice, had seeped into the walls of their home, bringing with it a foul odor and mysterious illnesses. This eerie ritual, rooted in the settlers' traditions from the 1600s and 1700s, revealed not only spells for livestock care, but also the unsettling ability to conjure demons. The Bretsuis family's home became a haunting reminder of a supernatural past, casting a shadow of fear that refuses to dissipate. Number 6. Florida Devil Worshipping. So there's this teacher, Danielle Harkins, who suddenly went all spooky in 2012, getting into demonic stuff. Not just any demonic stuff, but full-on devil-worshipping vibes. Guess what? She ends up telling a bunch of kids that they've got demons in them, and the cure is to cut themselves and burn the wounds. Seriously messed up, right? Picture this. A group of kids gathering around a fire near St. Petersburg Pier, and their teachers turning into a horror movie director, instructing them to play with fire and sharp objects. One kid gets his hand set on fire, but the wind's like, nah, not today, and blows it out. So she goes full crazy and drenches his hand in perfume before giving it another shot. Second-degree burns, my friend. And it doesn't stop there. Another poor soul gets cut on the neck with a broken bottle, and Harkins goes all mad scientist, heating a small key to seal the wound. I'm getting chills just talking about it. The only reason the cops got involved is because one brave friend spilled the beans. None of the kids spilled to their parents, though. Imagine the horror of finding out your kid was part of this devilish ritual. The police are scratching their heads, trying to figure out what kind of religion requires setting teenagers on fire. Sheesh. Number 5. The Death of Elisa Lam. This one's like a Hollywood thriller with a touch of supernatural spookiness. Elisa was on a West Coast vacation, keeping her folks in the loop every day. But then, radio silence. No calls, no updates. The police get involved, and they release this eerie elevator footage of Elisa acting all kinds of weird. Talking to invisible folks, peeking around corners, crouching in the corner. Gives me the creeps just thinking about it. The theories are wild, ranging from psychotic episodes to straight-up demonic possession. Imagine being the detective on that case. To add more to the spooky factor, guests at the Cecil Hotel start noticing some seriously messed up stuff with the water supply. Picture this: black water coming out of the taps for a couple of seconds, and the taste, sweet but disgusting. People are showering in this horror show without even complaining. Then comes the big reveal. A hotel employee climbs up to check the water tanks, and bam! There's Elisa Lam's decomposing, naked body. What in the world? Autopsy says it's accidental, but the hotel's got a history that's scarier than a haunted house. Serial killers, suicides, you name it. Fast forward to 2021. Netflix drops a documentary, Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. And it's like diving into the heart of a real-life horror story. You can't make this stuff up. Number 4. An exorcism in Indianapolis. Last year, the Indianapolis Star dropped a bombshell about LaToya Ammons and her fam. The story: 3 kids possessed by actual demons. Picture this: kiddos climbing walls, being tossed like ragdolls, and spewing creepy threats and voices that could curdle your blood. And it's not some horror flick. We're talking nearly 800 legit pages of records and interviews, including a Catholic priest. The spookiest part: a 9-year-old grinning like the Cheshire Cat while walking backward up a wall, flipping over like some possessed gymnast. Goosebumps, right? Another twist in the tale: the 12-year-old feeling like she's being choked by unseen hands, hearing a voice predicting her doom. Imagine her saying she won't see her fam again and won't live 20 more minutes. Gives you the creeps, doesn't it? Number 3. Utah murder-suicide. A teen walks into his house to find a real-life horror scene. Parents and Sid's dead. No suicide note, no clues. Just a chilling to-do list, as if prepping for a vacation. But this wasn't a getaway plan. It was murder-suicide. For a year, the mystery lingered. Then, bam, cops spill the beans. The parents believed the apocalypse was knocking, driven by an obsession with a convicted killer. They were terrified of evil in the world and wanted an escape from a looming doomsday. But here's the real jaw-dropper. Letters to a notorious killer named Dan Lafferty. The same dude who offed his sis-in-law and her toddler because his bro got a so-called divine memo. Christy Strack, one of the deceased parents, was pen pals with this madman and even visited him in prison. Talk about a plot twist straight out of a spine-chilling thriller, right? Number 2. The Foam Stalker. Back in 2007, there was this seriously messed up situation. Families were getting calls, right? But not just any calls. These were death threats, man. Like, the caller knew everything about them. What they were wearing, what they were doing. Creepy, right? And it wasn't just talk. They were threatening to off their kids, pets, and even grandparents. Imagine getting voicemails with recordings of your private convos, including ones with a cop. Cops couldn't do squat after months of digging. The Kuykendall family had it the worst. Scratchy voice threats for months. Cops traced the calls to their own phones, even when off. Turns out, these sickos were spying on them using their own phones. Total nightmare. Number 1. Issei the Cannibal. In 1974, this guy allegedly tried to cut flesh off a woman in Tokyo to eat it. Mistakenly charged with attempted rape, his wealthy dad paid the victim to drop the charges. Fast forward to 1981, he allegedly shot and ate a fellow student in France, documenting the whole gruesome act. Deported back to Japan, declared sane, and set freed due to legal loopholes. This cannibal walked out of a mental hospital and became a controversial celebrity, writing books and even fantasizing about TV actresses. At 73, he's still out there in Kawasaki City, Japan, and the scariest part, no one knows why France let him off the hook without a trial. Creepy, right? Did we open doors to another dimension today, or did we merely scratch the surface of a reality beyond our comprehension? Remember to hit that like button if you dare. Subscribe for more tales from the shadows.